Oh, hi. Oh.
Yay. Are we here?
Are we live? Oh, hi. Hey, Steve.
Hi, Tracie.
How you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Happy anniversary.
Yay. Happy
to you.
6th anniversary.
And to me. Oh, we've got Joe right here. Hi, Joe.
Oh, wait. How are you seeing all this?
It's on the comments.
Oh, it is?
Just trust that it's happening.
I
Yeah.
gotcha. I have to click this thing. Just trust that it's
Oh,
happening.
very good.
Good.
Well,
I can't see it anyway. It doesn't matter.
So this is our 6th anniversary. We've been playing together. I guess so why 6th anniversary, Steve?
Why?
Yeah, why are we celebrating 6?
Because that's when we first officially gigged, when we did our first official gig. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like the appropriate answer is because we forgot about our 5th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
6 is an awkward number.
That is the correct.
Oh, good. Hey, Jacob's
Ken.
here. Hi, Jacob. Hey, Ken
Jacob.
Abrams. Oh, some friends here.
Nice.
It's exciting.
That was the correct answer, by the way. We
Yeah.
totally forgot it was the 5th.
Yeah, but we played our first show together in the fall of whatever 6 years ago is. 1872.
Yes.
It feels like now the way that time has moved.
That's correct.
Yeah, and our first show together was at the venerable Club Passim Campfire Festival.
Yes, but now let me ask you a question, because we also played very soon after that, I believe, at the Spire Center.
We did.
But that was not the first gig. The Passim was the first.
I think, yeah, it was the Passim Campfire Center was first. And then we opened for Cheryl Wheeler at the Spire Center. So it's just been, we really peaked early.
Oh, man. Did we?
Yeah.
We sure did.
But it's been so great to play with you for the past many years. So should we get started and play some music?
Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, and how it'll go tonight for folks who are watching. Hey, Ralph. Hey,
Ralph.
Hi, 46 Underground,
46
Annie and Mooney.
Underground.
Hey, friends. Yeah, so we're gonna play a little separately. We can't, there's a delay with all virtual things, so we can't actually play together. But we are. That's why we are alone together. We're gonna play a little bit. We're gonna gab a little bit. If people have questions they want to ask us, you're welcome to ask us questions. And maybe we'll answer. It depends on what the question is. We'll consider it.
Right. We may not know the answer.
No. All right. Do you want to go first? Oh, we were going to do rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot,
Okay.
ready?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ooh, both
Oh,
scissors.
scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Ah.
Paper?
On paper. That means you go first.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Tracie. I have a question about, I'll ask Tracie that later. All right. I'm going to play a song. This is a song actually we recorded on our first EP. It's called Face to Face. I want to reclaim all the years I spent inside a fog. I was a hammer desperately seeking out a nail. Then you came along. It's like our voices became one, and the story had begun and we set sail. I have a wide past, like the Mississippi River, and he creeps up on those levees like a thief. So I decided that it was time to move to higher ground. What I lost and what I found was a relief. And all this time that we've been spending face to face, and all the things you said have kept my head in a better place. And when those thoughts creep in and I begin to feel like I'm losing the fight, or I can just look across at you and know that everything will be alright. Yeah, I can just look across at you and it'll be alright. We all have hard times, and we conquer them with patience, but that clock keeps pushing back on every day. Time is a killer. Soon we'll be off to meet our makers. We're the movers, not the shakers in this play. Not a gambler, but I'm taking all my chances. giving up the ghost and the guarantees. And Lady Luck, well, I won't be traveling with her. For my money, you're much better company. And all this time that we've been spending face to face, and all the things you said have kept my head in a better place. And when those thoughts creep in and I begin to feel like I'm losing the fight, well, I can just look across at you and know that everything will be alright. Yeah, I can just look across at you and it'll be alright. Well, I thought I only needed sunshine, I was so naive. But I started wilting heavy and I lost most of my leaves. The rain came hard and jarred my fragile frame till I realized the struggle's only there to keep you alive. I want to reclaim all the years I spent inside a fog. I was a hammer desperately seeking out a nail. Then you came along, it's like our voices became one, and this story had begun and we set sail. And all this time that we've been spending face to face, and all the things you said have kept my head in a better place. And when those thoughts creep in and I begin to feel like I'm losing the fight, well, I can just look across at you and know that everything will be alright. Yeah, I can just look across at you and it'll be alright. Thanks, Tracie.
You know, it's so funny. I'm so used to us the songs that we play together. I forget how they sound when you sing them by yourself.
I know it's really weird because it sounds kind of like empty. It sounds like so naked.
Yeah, I mean, not for the audience out there. They all think it sounds beautiful, right, people?
We hope so.
Yeah, but it's strange to hear.
It is weird.
Yeah,
I miss hearing your voice on it. All right, I'm gonna pass it on to you.
Okay. And I'm gonna also do a song that we do together, and this is a song that I wrote about my great aunt Anne, who is 104 years old. She's gonna be 105 in January, and she's doing great. She lives in an assisted living facility, and they're fine. There's no COVID cases or anything like that. She's staying healthy, but I love her so much, and she's just the best. She remembers everything. You know, she's super sharp, and I love talking to her about just asking about family stories, her history, all the stuff that she's lived through. And so this song is based on the story of how she met her husband. She was widowed quite young, I think when she was about 50 or in her late 40s, but she had met her husband during the Depression, and she was a waitress at a truck stop, and he was a trucker, and he would stop by, and he had his eye on her as he would go back and forth on his journeys, and then for their first date, he took her in the truck to Baltimore, which I thought was so sweet and beautiful, and not something that you would do in 2020 necessarily. I wouldn't, but back then I guess it was all fine. But this song is called Annie, Come On. Yellow and her eyes are green, prettiest wages that I've seen, and I've been to every truck stop from Maine to Oklahoma. Ooh, I would into AM, stop from east to west and back again tonight. I'm finally gonna get to know her. I go to the kitchen, fetch my water, catch the eye. Farmer's daughter, that smile heaven knows. I guess we need a first date before I can propose. So come on, Annie, let's go to Baltimore. Make a deal, these 18 wheels will have you home by morning. Don't tell Rena, she'll be fine. We got black tops shining, white lights flying, the stars are yours and mine. I said, hey, hey, hey. Hey, Annie, come on. 5 months later, me and my bride didn't have a dollar, didn't have a dime, running like travelers trying to make home. So we stayed with a cousin, her sister, my brother, kept our vow to love one another. We loved one another till the rooster crowed. We go dancing on a Friday night, swing around the floor, feel alright. I couldn't give her lace or a ring of gold, no honeymoon in Paris, but we had the road. So come on, Annie, let's go to Baltimore, make a deal. These 18 wheels will have us home by morning. Don't tell Louisa, she'll be fine. We got black top shining, white lights flying, stars are yours and mine. I said, hey, 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 Annie, come on. Years have flown with 3 boys grown. I was gone too soon, but I'm looking down. You'll see me smiling just behind the moon. Darling, don't you worry, I want you to take your time. But when you get here, I'm gonna catch your eye. I'm gonna catch your eye. Say, come on, Annie, let's go to Baltimore, make a deal. These 18 wheels will travel through the morning. We'll go see your sisters, they're doing fine. We got black top shining, white lights flying, stars are yours and mine. I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, 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 hey. Hey, Annie, come on. Hey, Annie, come on. Thank you, Steve.
I love that song. That's a great song.
Thanks. I know. I love her. She's the best. I asked her what her secret to longevity was, and to staying so sharp into your hundreds, and she said square dancing. So
Who
when
knew?
this pandemic's over, people get out there.
It's the way to go. I have a traumatic square dancing story. Should I tell it?
Sure.
So when I was a kid, we went, this was totally unexpected. Some friends of mine, they used to go square dancing, their family, and so they took me one time, and so we're waiting outside. This is going to be a gruesome story. Why am I telling this? It's not that gruesome. So we're waiting outside, and we're hopping over. There's like these stone pillars, and like we were jumping like in between, like kind of hopping between, put your hands and kind of hop over it. And I fell back, and I whacked my head on one of these stone pillars, and I'm wearing this beautiful white shirt. My mom had me all dressed up in it. And it's like I'm gushing, because your head bleeds really easily. I'm gushing blood. It looked like I was dying. It was like this little cut on my head, but like I swore I was terrified of blood. So I was like, I had to go. Like they drove me to the hospital, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
Thought I'd share that amazing story about square dancing. So I think I'm going to stay away from the square dancing. I never even got to square dance, so I'm sure the square dancing part is fine.
Oh, well, maybe it's not for you.
It's probably not for me. Neither is leaping over stone pillars, apparently, is not for me.
That's probably the biggest part of it.
I think that's the lesson here, kids. Don't do that. Should I play a song? Should we talk a little? There are no questions. No one wants to know about us.
No one wants to know anything.
That's
if people
good.
do, that's fine. Hi, friends who have joined. Hi, Bruce and Al Lowe. Luce. This is exciting.
Very
Thanks for
exciting.
joining us. Yeah, play a song, Steve.
I will. Thanks, Tracie. I'm going to play a song that we do, and this is a song I think appropriate for the times, seeing as we are kind of stuck in our homes. Although you have joked that the song is about my agoraphobia, I have neither denied or I'm not going to say it is or isn't, confirmed or denied. But anyway, this is a song called "A Safe Place to Fall Apart," and hopefully you all have a safe place to fall apart if needed in these troubling times that we have. So I'm going to give this a shot. He lives in a house of cards he built, but it isn't that sturdy 'cause it's framed by guilt. Never goes upstairs, keeps his feet on the ground, 'cause he knows the slightest breeze will knock it all down. It's just as fragile as all his walls of spade, so he closes all the windows and pulls down all the shades. A spade is just an upside down heart. It's been tethered to the ground and set apart. And he's scared to go out there. Fear has become his lonely counterpart. So he stays home and sits all alone, 'cause it's a safe place to fall apart. Everything he wants is within reach, except the things he knows he really needs. When I visit, it's the things we don't speak of, like a box full of courage or a handful of love. He gets lost inside his tired old frames with faces he recalls but can't remember names. I wish he would step out and try something new before he fades away to nothing and becomes forgotten too. He's scared to go out there. Fear has become his lonely counterpart. So he stays home and sits all alone, 'cause it's a safe place to fall apart. He's scared to go out there and lay down his delicate heart. So he stays home and sits all alone, 'cause it's a safe place to fall apart. He lives in a house of cards he built. Thank you. I did the trick ending. I ended on that weird dominant chord, and I have to say, I have to tell the people out there listening. So Tracie, so when I wrote this song, I wrote it, and it ended on this B dominant chord, which is, for any theory geeks out there, it's a secondary dominant 5 of 6 chord.
Not the secondary dominant 5 of 6.
I don't even know what that means.
Wow.
But anyway, I do know what that means. But so I wrote this, and it ends on that chord, and it's kind of cool. It's a funky, weird ending. It leaves you kind of hanging, which I wanted that effect of, like, it's felt unsettled, all that thing. And so I remember when we started playing this out, and we would end the song. And see, when there's complete silence when you're doing an online show, it's fine because it's expected. It's not that awkward. When there's a room full of people and it's completely quiet because they don't know the song is over and no one claps, it got kind of awkward. So I remember, I remember us saying, let's change the ending. We'll go to the. It's like, oh, now people will know. Oh, it's over. We can clap now. But remember,
Yeah.
I think we played that, and it just felt very awkward.
It did feel
At
awkward.
times,
And I
yeah.
was like, Steve, not the second dominant 5 of 6. It's just not working.
That's right. It's exactly what you said. So thank
Steve-
you for that.
Steve has his master's degree in composition. I do not. I am, some might say, an intuitive player.
Very
So Steve can say that, and I say, it sounds kind of like whoa. And Steve knows what I mean. That's why we make a good pair, because he knows what I'm talking about. Well, beautiful. Everyone, yeah, hopefully does have a safe place to fall apart now. I'm just falling apart on a daily basis. Mostly.
Oh,
2020.
My mom has joined. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, Steve's mom. That's exciting. Well, this is perfect because I'm gonna play a new song. I know I've got a lot of new songs tonight. I don't know if it's wise, but it's what we're doing. And Joe Ray actually asked, Tracie, tell us about your Dar retreat experience. And this is tied in. So I, over the years, I've gone to a lot of different writing retreats with some amazing folks, including Narissa Nields, who's right in the Northampton area and runs amazing writers retreats. And I've just met so many amazing friends through that. And then a couple times I've gone to a songwriting retreat run by Dar Williams that's really awesome. And this year it was online. They it's like very magical in person and, like late night song circles and the whole thing. But it actually translated really well to a virtual format this year. And so you get a chance during the retreat, you can have time to write, but there are also these circles where you can get feedback on your songs, and then Dar herself will give you feedback, and there are other faculty there, leaders who are amazing too. So I actually got some help from Dar on this song, along with Michelle Gedney, who's a wonderful songwriter and part of a duo called Open Book. So Dar Williams is my co-writer. But this song, so I wrote it about my mom. I don't know if my parents are on here or not. I sent them a link, but you never know. But a couple years ago, I actually wrote a song for my dad, and my dad he's a harmonica player. We call him Armageddon Ed, because that's a great harmonica name. But my dad will often give me like titles for songs or ideas. So forever he was like, what would be a great song title? So Sad Dad. And I was like, okay, I'll take it under advisement. And then eventually I wrote him the song for his 71st birthday, and the chorus went a little something like, don't be so sad, Dad, when you could be glad, Dad. It's the latest fad, Dad. Go out and have some fun. Don't be such a cad, Dad. You're still a young lad, Dad. Don't be so glum. You've just begun. You're only 71. So I wrote him that song. And then, so then it was a little bit of a bone of contention with my mom, because she was like, well, where's my song? And I said, you haven't turned 71 yet. And then she did, and I still didn't have a song. Because it's hard to write a song for your mom. There's so much you want to say. But then it was actually right on the tail of this retreat with Dar Williams that was in August, and I was taking a walk by the water here in Rhode Island, and there was this beautiful open sky and really puffy clouds, and there was a cloud that looked like a seahorse. Oh no, I'm starting to cry a little bit. It's too early in the show for that. But I saw this cloud that looked like a seahorse, and it just took me back to these times when I was a kid with my mom, and we used to, oh no, I am starting to cry. So we would sit out on our back porch, we would lay out and just look at the sky and look at the clouds that passed and talk about the shapes that we saw there. And it just made me think about how parents, and I think moms in particular, create these little magical worlds for their kids, even when circumstances are difficult or you don't have that much. And I think there's a whole lot of that going on now too. So this goes out to my mom and to all the moms out there who are doing their best for their kids. It's called Seahorses in the Sky. I'm sitting on the East Coast, toes in the sand. You're back home in the Rust Belt, still on dry land. And even with all all the places I've been. I can look up and I'm a kid again. In the summer when I needed something to do, we'd lie on our backs and watch clouds all afternoon. We saw elephants, hummingbirds too, and big boats sailing in an ocean blue. Oh, we didn't have much and we never went far, but you put a wading pool in our postage stamp yard. And you couldn't give everything, but I know you tried. We had dandelions and seahorses in the sky. I'd pick you bouquets from the side of the street. We'd read stories together till I fell asleep. I've been gone so long, I don't always say, but I love and thank you every day. Oh, we didn't have much and we never went far, but we had wildflowers and a library card. And you couldn't give everything, but you always tried. We had dandelions and seahorses in the sky. We had dandelions and seahorses in the sky. Ooh, we had dandelions and seahorses in the sky.
Now I'm gonna cry. Wow, that's a beautiful song. And I know you made. I don't know how you made it through. That was amazing.
Yeah, I had to kind of close my eyes.
Yeah.
You know, pretend I was just sitting here.
Song. Oh, wow. What a great song. Wow. I would have been a mess. I would have made it through. Congratulations.
Moms, you know.
I know.
Thanks.
They're the best. Wow, great song. You need a minute? Should I just play something?
Yeah, just play something.
I'll play something. How about that? I don't know what I'm gonna play now. I'm gonna go just completely left field of that because otherwise I'll cry. All right, I'm gonna play a song. Actually, this is not a song that Tracie and I do. This is an older song. This is a song that I've never actually recorded. It is on my website. I got to play. There's a group called Idlewild. That's a tongue twister. Idlewild Creations, and they do some filming. They do some different things. And they had this series called The Old Guitar, and you played this old K guitar, which was just a beast to play. It was really hard to play, but I recorded this song with that. But I don't have it recorded anywhere. I've always told myself I was going to get it down on disc, but maybe one day it'll happen. But anyway, this is a song I call God. See if I remember it. It's been a while. God gave me eyes, and I can see you walking toward me. God gave me eyes, so why can't I see your intentions? God has a way of keeping us together. Well, goddamn the day that he takes you away from me. God gave me ears so I could hear the glass fall and shatter. God gave me ears so why can't I hear your heart breaking? God has a way of keeping us together. Well, goddamn the day that he takes you away from me. God gave me hands so I could feel your body next to me. God gave me hands, but I got a feeling you'll be gone soon. God has a way of keeping us together. Well, goddamn the day that he takes you away from me. God has a way of keeping us together. Well, goddamn the day that he takes you away from me. Thanks, Tracie.
I love that song. It was so great to hear that one.
I know, I don't play that one that much. I do
Yeah.
like it.
We do. That is the thing about being in a duo. You know, like we each have a lot of songs, and we can only do so many together.
Right.
I mean, I guess we could do more, not with the amount we practice.
No. I can barely remember the ones we do now.
I know. We're ripping Annie's heartstrings tonight. That's right. Well, we've got more to go, you know. So we've just gotten started.
Save a few strings.
I know.
We'll break
Now,
them all.
Steve, tell me, what is
My favorite color. Blue. No, yellow. Sorry.
no, that wasn't what I was going to ask.
No.
Steve,
Yes.
what is your favorite song that we do together? What song do you enjoy the most?
So, you know, I really like playing and singing on Broken Mirror a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the harmony part that I'm sure you came up with, because I'm sure I didn't. But I love singing that song, and I love playing on that song too. But I also, thinking about it now, your song New Mexico.
Oh.
Yeah, so I love that song, first of all, but I was listening to a lot of Dave Rawlings at the time, I think, and when you brought it to me, and I tried to like do my little like, so I came up with this really intricate guitar part, and the funny thing is, if you ask me to play it now, I literally have to practice that part. I recorded myself just playing the guitar part because I knew I'd forget it. So it's got all these little intricate things, but it's really fun to play on and to sing on. There's a little bit of harmony, but it's such a great song. So I like those two a lot. Those are fun to play.
I like playing New Mexico together too.
Yeah, that's a
All of
fun
them.
song.
But yeah, I know for me, I love playing. This one of the first songs we did together was a song of yours called "The Ballad of Ida," which you wrote about your grandma. And I still love that. It's just I play a little mandolin. I've got a little
Yeah.
picky part. It's got a great harmony part, and it's just such a
yeah.
great song. So
Yeah.
I still love that. It's a classic. We do it almost every show.
Yeah.
Not this one. Well, you might play it.
Nope.
We're not going to do it together.
Not now.
But
A lot of these songs do sound weird. Not weird. They don't sound weird. I'm so used to hearing your voice and your guitar or mandolin or whatever
Yeah.
instrument, and it's strange to not, and you're sitting like right there. Well, you're not right there, but you're through the screen right there.
Yeah.
So it's and while you're singing the ones that I know, I'm just like over here playing along and singing, because it's like I can hear.
I know. I was singing earlier, and I was hoping people couldn't actually hear me because there would be a delay. I don't know when I'm in the backstage area. Yeah, but and I guess technically we could have gotten together and like been in proximity for this, but I didn't want to expose myself to the droplets or expose you to my droplets. It's still happening, people.
It is.
It's still going on out there, so
It is.
I'm trying not to get it. Well, with that, I'm actually gonna play one of my favorite Steve Elaine songs and one of my favorite songs we do together. Is that okay, Steve? That I do this now?
Fantastic.
So this was also one of the first songs we did together. When Steve and I decided to first start doing a duo thing, I think we had known each other for quite some time before that, and played a number of shows together, so we're just familiar with each other's music. And so I just remember being like, what about that song you played? I think it was at the Downtown Sundown show that I first heard it, and I thought it was so good. So this was, I think, the actual first thing we worked on together, aside from that song that we co-wrote.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All I Need, which we're not going to play tonight because it's an actual duet. Anyway, okay. This is a Steve Elaine song. It's called The Fisherman. Oh no, that's the wrong key. Hold on. It's going to be very low. Good. Old Pete White could never erase his pale blue eyes or the scar on his face that comes below his left eye across his cheek. Only makes him look just a little more antique. Born and raised as a fisherman's son, one hand in the ocean and the other one grabbing onto whatever he could hold, like a trap or maybe faith or just fool's gold. Living on his boat like a second home, a wooden frame on the water with a little chrome and rust. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea has taken all his tears. And damn those shores that hold him in, I'll never see that face again. Taught his son from the age of 9 how to haul a net and how to tow a line. Fishing's the only thing he's ever had, passing wisdom to his son from his own dad. That boy learned quick and he grew up fast. You don't have a choice if you want to last. Out on the North Atlantic Sea. But in this line of work there's never a guarantee. So you gamble and pray every single night, 'cause you never know when your good luck just might run out. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea's taken all his tears. And damn those shores that hold him in, never see that face again. Whenever they'd ask him about his scar, he'd get real quiet and he'd seem so far. He came across as being unaware, either lost in thought or maybe lost in prayer. People who knew didn't bother to ask about the scar or about the past. They'd all heard the stories of old Pete, and the local townies all wanted to be discreet. He runs his fingers across that mark all day until the sky turns dark. And he can't believe it's been 3 years. The sea's taken all his tears. And damn those shores that hold him in, I'll never see that face again. Now the paint on the boat has gotten chipped and stale, with a sign on the front that says for sale.
Yay, nice job. That was awesome.
Thanks, Steve. It's funny, when I was working on that, I texted Steve and I was like, I don't remember how the melody goes because I'm so used to singing harmony. So it was something of a hybrid. Was it close?
It was great. Yeah, I love the harmony on that song too. It's really, you really bring my songs to life, Tracie Steve.
Ditto.
Well, guess what I'm going to do now then? I'm going to do a Tracie Steve song.
Yay.
And this is a cool song because, well, it's a great song for a lot of reasons. Tracie went crazy and uses an open
G
tuning.
Yeah.
Ooh, how cool is that? And I'm almost in tune. This is a song you want to tell them about this song and about like the RAICES thing and.
Sure. Yeah. So our friends, Emily Goldstein and Aunt Savino, they put together an album, I guess maybe going on 2 years now, to benefit RAICES, which provides free and low-cost legal aid to families who have been separated at the border. And it was all New England and a lot of Providence artists playing lullabies, and there were a lot of original songs. There were some covers too, but this was a lullaby that I had written a little while back and hadn't really done anything with it. And I was like, maybe we could try doing this. So I brought it to Steve and we put it together. And you can find that compilation on Bandcamp. It's called Through the Night, and it's a beautiful, beautiful album.
Oh my God, there's so many great artists and songs on there. And they ended up raising like over $5,000.
Yeah, they raised a ton of money. It was amazing.
A ton of money. It was great. All right, I have a cheat sheet here with lyrics though, so I'm just going to put that right up here.
You didn't have to tell us because we couldn't even see it.
Well, I was reaching.
I see.
I'm stretching. I'm just stretching. Not putting lyrics up on the screen at all. All right. Yeah, this is such a great song. It's so beautiful. And I'm glad you pulled it out for this, and that we learned it, and you brought it to my attention. All right, I'm going to give it my best shot. Wish me luck. So this is called Enough. Take a breath, lay back in bed. It's time to rest your busy head. Don't you worry, I know it's tough, but it's okay, you've done enough. Sometimes it feels like you could fly. Sometimes, well, all you do is cry. Your heart will break every day. When morning comes, be not afraid. Take a breath, go back to bed. You can rest your weary head. Forget your worries and all that stuff, 'cause 'cause it's okay. You are enough.
Oh, yay. That was so
Beautiful
good.
song. It's such a great song.
Thank you, Steve. It was really fun to hear you play that.
Yeah.
It's fun hearing other people play your songs.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Aw. Oh, great. That was fun. And people.
Thanks everybody, by the way, for tuning in. I've been checking a little bit here on the side, and thank you all for hanging out and for listening and for being here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I guess we should keep happy 6th anniversary to us. And this is the first time we've collectively sort of stuck our toe into the virtual show world. So
also, I just realized that I should have bought cake. What an excuse to buy cake.
I thought about getting balloons, but now like I don't want to go anywhere that I don't have to go. So
you're right. Although for cake, I might.
Maybe for cake, yeah. Totally. Well, speaking of not wanting to go anywhere, so I didn't think I had a pandemic song in me, and then I wrote one. But you know, pandemic times, really, it's tough to write, tough to be creative. I think, especially at first. I know I sure wasn't writing anything, and so. But it all stores up. We all go through these seasons, I think, and sometimes you have to let the ground lay fallow, and then things emerge. But I was like I kind of tried a couple times to write something about this period of time, and then it just wasn't really working. And then one day I was cleaning my apartment, and it all kind of popped out. So this is another new one, and this is one of my my favorite non-favorite things about this time, not just the pandemic, but everything, like all of the 2020, all of the 2020, all of the 2020 things, is that when people, not necessarily with close friends and family, but like when you have acquaintances or professional connections, and everyone, especially at first, had to ask how you were doing, because you couldn't just go on with business as normal. You sort of had to be like, and how are you? But no one wants to hear the answer to that question, because no one's doing great. Right. Are they? Maybe. I don't know. If you are, you can leave it in the comments. But it's a very strange time. So I always find that a little bit funny, and that was kind of the spirit of this song. I guess I'll just play it. Okay. Ready? I sweep the floor, get all the dirt out, even though I know the dirt comes back again. And when I'm mad, I don't shout, I just take a breath, dig deep and count to 10. Amen. And when I'm sad and nervous, I go and I find something else to do. It's true. And when I'm scared, I fake it, keep on moving and just hope I'm not see-through. You should try it too. Ooh, how are you doing in these crazy times? I'm fine. I only watch the news between 2 and 3 and 6 and 8, sometimes in the middle of the night. And I wonder how I'm feeling, kind of bad or basically alright. Not quite. And was it yesterday or 6 weeks ago? I don't know. Who wants to remember anyway? And you hope I'm holding up, I'm holding up, I hope you're holding up. What else are we really gonna say? Oh, how are you doing in these crazy times? I'm fine. And I'm a lucky one, I can't complain. Even though I think it's doing something to my brain. I sweep the floor, get all the dirt out, even though I know the dirt comes back again. Amen. And when I'm mad, I don't pout, I just take a breath, dig deep and count to 10. Oh, how are you doing in these crazy times? How are you doing? What a terrible time. How are you doing? of times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm fine.
Yay!
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
Morgan.
happy anniversary. Oh yeah, Morgan
Morgan
got
got
us
some
some cake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Morgan, our friend Morgan Johnston, she's a great songwriter as well. She put out a whole album in the pandemic. You can find it on Bandcamp.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive anytime.
Great. And we should note we are Steve and I are so technologically challenged, so we have two folks who are helping us who are producing this show. Kelly Lynn Knott, who's also an amazing musician. You should check her out. She does a show every Tuesday night, and Matthew Clowney, who's doing a great job.
Yeah, thank you guys. They are awesome. They're making us look great. We just have to show up and play. That's how we like it. We don't want to think too much.
I know. I always have like a complex, especially as a woman, because I feel like sound techs and stuff, they always kind of treat you like you have like no idea what's going on. And the truth is that I don't, but neither does Steve.
That's right. I have zero. I have
Take
less.
that, patriarchy. Yeah.
I have less
Yeah.
of an idea, honestly. You should have seen me scrambling just before this.
All right, Steve, what do you got next?
I don't know. Do we want to talk about anything? Should we just play?
Yeah, let's just play.
Okay. What am I going to play next? That's a great question, Tracy. Well, you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll do this guy. I'll do this song. If I remember it, we'll find out. I may need you to pop in with lyrics. So here's another song. Actually, this will be interesting because this is a song usually sung. We share the lead vocal on this song.
Oh, this one, yeah.
And a really cool mandolin part on this song, which will be missing, but you can imagine a very cool mandolin part that Tracy came up with. So I'm going to try to sing both parts. I won't harmonize with myself. That would be very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't do that. I'll work on that this weekend. This is a song called A Safe Place to Fall Apart. Or no, this is not called this is a song called The War Inside You Is Over, which is maybe a safe place to fall apart. Probably not. I'm gonna do that. When you've given up the fight that your father stood for, when you've given up your rights, the ones you never would, you swore. When just the thought of any threat becomes a heavy weight to shoulder, then you'll know the war inside you is over. When you've lost your will to sing, but you still reach for the words. When you're hanging by a string 'cause you're jealous of the birds. When you've put away the sun, spring seems so far when it's October. Then you'll know the war inside you is over. body feels all torn from the lumber that you've carried. All the nails you've hammered in and then pull out, and from the sharp words that you've buried. When the shelter that you've built gets overtaken by the ivy and the clover, then you'll know the war inside you is over. Then you'll know.
Sorry, I'm
How'd I
muting
do?
myself. Great. It sounded really good. We do that one as a duet, and I sing the first line, and I always forget that I do. So Steve just plays that dum 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 until finally I realize.
Sometimes that intro goes on for a while, then Tracie looks over, she's like, "Oh right, yes, got it." I'm on it.
Well, Steve, it's 8:56.
Yeah.
What should we do? Should we like wrap it up? Should we do like one more round?
Let's do. Why don't you sing a song, and then we could do one more round.
Okay.
We'll be done. Does that sound
All
good? Is that are people gonna hang out? You all hang out for a few more minutes?
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
You know, we're here.
We'll be here if you need us.
All right, so we'll do a couple more for you, and then we'll let you go on your way. But yeah, thanks for those who are stopping by. We appreciate it. Matthew says more. He gets to hear all these songs at home though, because he lives with me. Well, I've got another new song, and this one I just finished. It's the ink is still wet, as they say. I don't know if it's entirely finished, but I wrote this about the town of Bristol, Rhode Island, which is about a half an hour out of Providence, and it's this like very picturesque looking kind of New England town. It's right on the water. It's very beautiful. Also known in some circles as the most patriotic city in America. It's got this big 4th of July parade, like flags everywhere, the whole nine. And Bristol was also a hub of the transatlantic slave trade through about the mid 1700s through the 1820s. Yeah, to take Steve off the screen so he doesn't have to like react on camera to this intro. But the slave trade was essentially the bedrock of the whole town's economy. And so there was a prominent family, the DeWolfs, who were some of the biggest slave traders in the country. But everyone in the town was implicated in some way, because it was just the economic driver and part of the reason why Bristol was so prosperous during those times. So I was thinking about all of these things, and just about the mythologies, the myths that we cling to about this country and our history, and how fragile they are, and how angry people. And when I say people, I really mean white people, white Americans, how angry we get sometimes when the truth emerges in the way that we try to, to ignore it or suppress it. But once your eyes are open, you see it everywhere. So the song is called "The Surface." The streets in this town are painted red, white, and blue, and the flags wave at the people passing through, and everyone only wants to learn the things they already knew. This town raised me and you. There's a gray-haired man on Main Street. We all call him Uncle Sam. He wears a mask around his neck. He don't give a damn. He holds a radio up to his chest. It's always playing. I can't make out the words, but I know what it's saying. 'Cause we wear our pride like a warning. We wear our pride like a warning, and try to hide the storming under the surface. On the bay, the men with fishing poles are out when the day begins. And if they don't like what they catch, they throw it back in. Girls take photos in white dresses in the clean air of September. And we say the past is past, but the sea it remembers. So we wear our pride like a warning. We wear our pride like a warning. And though below it's storming, we sail the surface. We sail the surface. So we march by what's buried in the stone walls and the street signs, stained glass and the power lines. But the day is gonna come when the stories that we love melt like sugar on our tongues. Outside the city lines, the light reveals deer standing shadowed in the salt marsh fields. A whitetail flash and waist-high grass turn gold by the sunset. But they won't let me forget that we wear our pride like a warning. We wear our pride like a warning, and try to hide the storming, even when the waves keep roaring. What will you do in the light of morning breaks through the surface? It's breaking through the surface. The surface.
It's a great song.
Thanks, Steve. Thank you.
I like all your new stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, lots of new stuff. Wow.
Well, let's bring us up now, Steve. You can do that.
What?
Bring us up for the last. We got our last round.
I'm gonna sing the most depressing song I know.
Oh, great. Okay,
No,
perfect.
I'm not going to. I am. The other thing, I don't know if you noticed, Tracie Steve, but I trimmed the old.
I did notice.
Did you notice? Because it was kind of like down to here.
It's
Like
really
it was
long.
it was pretty scruffy looking. And just for this show, I thought I'd trim up a little bit. I mean, a little bit just for the show. I mean, it looked like a giant beehive, and bees actually started moving into my beard. When there were honeybees, it was fine because I could just grab some honeycomb and sprinkle. But then a couple killer hornets moved in. And
That's just dangerous.
yeah, then I realized at that point I had to do something about it. So
Well, it looks good. You
Thanks.
clean up good. Thanks, Steve.
I may continue to trim it little by little till I have no hair left, but I doubt that will happen. Maybe I'll cut all my hair off. Oh, Lord. All right, so I'm going to play... what am I going to play? I'm going to play a song that... so Tracie and I have been working we were working on a new recording pre-pandemic, and so that got put on hold, but this will be hopefully one of the songs that will make it onto our new CD one day, God knows when. Hopefully within the next 6 years from now. Oh, and there's a great hand clapping part here if you want to clap along. I'm in the key of E. Anybody wants to play along at home? And hand clapping, you can put it wherever you want. Since I can't hear you, it doesn't really matter. Tracie will probably do her part perfectly in time. I know she will. But feel free to clap randomly throughout the song if you would like. It's called Back Home. Well, Billy left town with a girl from Kentucky with no plans, just figured that he would get lucky. She ditched him once they crossed into Missouri at a truck stop on I-55. Well, he went in to buy her some beer to get higher. He yelled out, "I love you." She whispered, "You liar." With Johnny Cash on the radio singing Ring of Fire, she promised she'd never look back. Oh, and with eyes on the blacktop and no navigator, she made it to the West Coast just 30 hours later. She figured the grass would be greener and greater than the bluegrass that she left behind. And she knows she's ready to find something fast that'll help her forget about the past. Future's reflecting on her bumper, covered in chrome. And she knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old address, just to see how things are going back home. Well, she loved California and all its attractions. She didn't mind the billboards and other distractions. With her $10 jeans, boy, can you imagine making it big out there? Well, she landed a job just outside Pasadena on the corner of Del Mar and South Catalina, dancing between tables like an eager ballerina. His feet barely touched the ground. Yeah, and she'd flirt in that skirt of hers just 'cause she could make all the boys think that she was up to no good. Friday nights on the beach, collecting driftwood for a fire with new friends she'd made. And she knows she's ready to find something fast that'll help her forget about the past. Future's reflecting on her bumper, covered in chrome. And she knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old address, just to see how things are going back home. Well, with time the shine wears off of the things you discover, like trinkets of gold or the eyes of a lover. The more time that passes, it's harder to recover the treasures that sink in the wrecks. Well, a couple of years gone in late February, sitting in a park near the town cemetery, she realized her life had become ordinary. It might be time for a change. She could pack all her stuff up and head to the station, hop on a train to some other location. Maybe she'd go back home for a little vacation, just to see what she left back there. And she knows she's ready to find something fast that'll help her forget about the past. The future's reflecting on her bumper, covered in chrome, and she knows there's always the option, I guess, to return to her old address, just to see how things are going back home. Yes!
That's the part. That's the clapping
I
part.
kept hearing the clapping part. But the best part is the harmonies. Oh, it's
I know.
beautiful. But
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs to do. I think we did a video of that one. People can find it on the YouTubes. I think. Did we?
I possibly.
Maybe. I think we did.
We're gonna say
That's
yes.
a fun one to do together.
Yes, that's fun.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I think this will be the last song that we do. I get the last word. Haha.
As you should.
Yeah, but this we're gonna end on a little bit of a hopeful note, I guess. So I wrote this song about two women. It's a love song. Their names are Del Martin and Phyllis Lyon, and they were amazing activists and organizers fighting on behalf of women's rights, of LGBTQ rights, for a long, long time. And when same-sex marriage became legal in San Francisco in 2004, I think it was, they were the first couple to be married. And we actually have some visual aids here, if we can pop those up. It makes me cry every time I see it. So, so they had been together, I think, for 51 years at the time. And Prop 8 happened, and then they, they did it all over again a little while later. But, there's a lot happening right now in our country that feels very dire, and it feels like there are forces that want to move us backwards, and I know I don't want to go back, and I'm sure a lot of you don't either. But, one thing, when I think about Del and Phyllis, who have both passed on right now, I think not only about their love story and about what they were able to accomplish, but I think about all the people now who have fought and who still are fighting so hard for justice and to secure rights for everyone. And my friend Melinda's here on the stream now. She joined. She's doing amazing work around healthcare in DC. And there's so many folks at the national level, but also in our local communities, in your city, in your school district, in your neighborhood, who are doing just amazing work. So I hold on to that when I feel like I need some hope for the future. So find those people, support them in whatever way you can, whether that's with your time or with your money or by amplifying their work, because they're going to lead us all forward into the future that we want to be part of. But I hope this song does justice to the story of Del Martin and Phyllis Lyon. It's called 50 Years. Been loving, loving, loving. We've been fighting, fighting, fighting for 50 years. We've been fighting the wrongs that all need righting for 50 years. And now you stand by my side, my beautiful, beautiful bride. And I've been waiting to call you wife for 50 years. The Tuesday that I met you, you walked into the office wearing gabardine, a briefcase in your hand, a sparkle in your eye like I'd never seen. And in that old apartment, you taught me for the first time how falling fields. You moved in on Valentine's, said give it a year, and we had a deal. And now your hair's turned gray. You're just as strong and kind and brave. I've been falling a little more each day. Ooh, for 50 years. Let go of fear. It might have taken a whole lifetime, but oh my dear, we stand proud, we stand here. So let your love shine bright, bring your love into the light, and there'll be no more need to fight. Ooh, in 50 years. Whoa, in 50 years. In 50 years. Steve's playing his part.
I was playing along. I was playing along at the end. It's such a beautiful song. When they put up the picture, I'm like, uh-oh, don't put up the picture.
I know.
Don't put up the
I
picture.
started.
I know. I
to
was like,
close
don't,
my
don't
eyes.
do it. Don't do it.
It makes me emotional even thinking about that picture, much less seeing it.
I know. Those are great pictures. Those are beautiful pictures.
Well, I guess we should wrap it up, huh, Steve?
Yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in and commented and just hung out and listened. We really miss playing live for you all.
Yeah.
And one day, again, we will. We hope.
We hope
We
so.
have to. And big thanks to Kelly and Matthew for
Yes.
producing this. Oh, you guys are the best, the absolute best, the absolute
best.
best.
Check him out. Check out Kelly Lynn Knott. Check out her music because she's amazing.
Yes.
And Matthew Clowney, check out his photography too.
Absolutely.
as well as other work.
And let's plug our own stuff. So we would love, if you're not, if you haven't liked Cardboard Ox on Facebook yet, that would be awesome. Just go click, very simple little thumb thing and click, and you like us and we like you back. We already like you, but I don't know. It would be nice.
Officially.
Facebook official. We have a YouTube channel. We have a website. All that good stuff.
Got an Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget about Instagram.
Once in a while we post things somewhere.
Fun times. Oh look at that. See?
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
It's all there. It's all happening. It's all
right.
happening.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. This was
We
super fun,
appreciate you.
Tracy.
We went a little long, but it's our 6th anniversary, so this happens.
It does, and it's 2020. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
This might be the last time. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I hope not.
Yeah, but thanks everyone, and we'll see you. We'll see you online, maybe again. We'll see you out in the world someday. We hope.
Yes, we hope.
Vote. Make your voting plan.
I'm voting this week.
Yeah, I got my ballot in the mail.
Beautiful.
Filling it out. I'm dropping it off this week.
Perfect. Hi, Kevin Giuliano.
Okay.
All right. Thank you all. We love you. Thanks for tuning in. That was fun, Tracy.
Yeah. Happy anniversary, Steve.
Yeah. Happy anniversary. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Have a great
everyone.
night.